Hey guys, hey, welcome to the Yuz Revolution where we use what we got to get where we need to be. And today I'm joined by
Simply Sherri, as always.
Simply Sherri. I didn't know you had something else, Miss Classy and Nasty.
Oh, Miss Love Sexy, founder of Simply Poetic Entertainment, where we do it love, sexy, classy, nasty. Which means this is our love and erotic night. It's always love and erotic night whenever I'm around, except when I'm at Busboys. Come on, y'all.
Why isn't it Love and Erotic Night then?
I do love and erotic poetry. I really do. But when I got the job at Busboys, which I really do enjoy, I also enjoy everybody else's work, and I love hearing the full scope of what everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
So at Busboys, I make a point, open minds, open rhymes, wide open mic. I want everybody to just bring me whatever it is on their minds. Because even though I'm known as an erotic poet, I write about depression. I write about depression. I write about whatever pisses me off. And I have a few of these that are just like, oh Lord, this pissed me off, and I write it. But because I run an event that's love and erotic, not too many people know that. I'm not too sure if I should look at you or look at the camera. That's my problem.
This is valid. You can look at either one. Because, some people find it less pressure. Look at me. Some people, like, in the camera, like, yeah.
Well, I feel they should see my face, but I want to look at. But I think it's rude not to look at you when I'm talking. I think that's what I was taught.
Don't be offended if you look at the camera.
Okay.
So I thought we'd talk about transitioning into different phases of our lives.
Okay.
Since, of course, we just got into spring and we live in Maryland, and spring is bipolar. But so recently, I've seen on your page that you've chosen to, lead a healthier lifestyle. So, and start your own fashion line.
Yes.
So, when did you make it up in your mind to change, and what made you decide to change?
Wow. Okay. Because it's like it's a two-part thing. So I'm going to start and we'll go back a little bit. In 2013, I had a rough year. This is the year I came back to the poetry community because I had been out for a while. I was just having a rough year, dealing with a lot of anxiety attacks, dealing with a lot of personal depression. A lot was going on, and through that, I was having a lot of anxiety attacks. One of the side effects of an anxiety attack is you lose your appetite, or that was my experience is that I was losing my appetite. And during that time, I lost 30 pounds. So I lost 30 pounds. Hey, you know what?
The positive
side. It was a positive side. My doctor was like, yeah, you lost the weight. Not how I wanted you to do it, but okay. The weight is gone. And my doctor did want me to my doctor does want me to keep my weight down. But my doctor's realistic. 175 is about where she wants to see me. And I was happy. I was like, all right, cool. I'm down. My clothes don't fit. And I look healthy, so I feel good. I was able to keep it off for just about 2 years. In October, I was at Be Free Fridays with Love the Poet and Shelley Says So, having a good time. And in October, I was there in October. In September, my picture posted. And I had noticed that I put some of the weight back on. I kind of felt it a little bit, but I hadn't really seen it. And then I was like, this is a great picture that Love the Poet took of me, and I love the picture. But in it, I noticed that that the weight had come back. So I was just like, okay, I got to work on this again. On at least trying to get it back down and maintain a lifestyle where I could keep it back down. Which is when I really started getting back into walking around more, working out more, watching what I eat, paying attention to what I eat. I'm not one to cut food out of my diet because I like food. I like food. My mindset is, okay, I like fried chicken. How can I have fried chicken and still maintain my weight? And there's a lot of food across all of food that fits into this. Ice cream, cakes. I like it all. How can I still have that and maintain my weight. So it's all about, for me, it's all about portion control. You know, I don't have to have a piece of cake every day, but when I do have a piece of cake, trust me, believe me, it's going to be the most decadent thing I can find. It's the same thing with fried chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, I'm not going to have it all the time. I'm not going to have it every week. But when I have it, it's going to be.
You're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. And there's going to be thought put into it. You know, so I know that I'm doing it right. And then, you know, the next day or later on that, you know, it could be, all right, I'm going to go ahead and go to the gym and bust out this hour and a half workout and not blow it, but I know in my mind, you know what, I know I'm about to eat this big meal, so let me go ahead and get this workout in.
True.
And the other thing is, for anybody that decides to start doing it at the very beginning, and as everybody saw on my Facebook page, if you're on my Facebook page, the first 2 months, I was complaining. Was that be fair assessment?
I'm not gonna say.
It's okay. Somebody told me. I was going 2 to 3 times a week at the very beginning, and I was complaining. And like, I can't believe I'm up this early because my class was at 6:30 in the morning. They worked me out too hard. Everything hurts. Why am I here? I'll admit I did that for 2 months. It's in Facebook. It's on Twitter. In February, I started going through a lot of life changes again, just personal things that I needed to get taken care of. I had been laid off. I'm looking for a new job. I had to find a new apartment. Like, I'm doing a lot of stuff. And because of all of this, I ended up stopping my workouts. I just wasn't able to get to the gym. I'm kind of still in this transitional phase. I still can't get there. And that lasted about, I would go when I could, and instead of going 3 to 4 times a week where I had gotten to, I may be able to go once a week. By mid-March, I felt so sluggish, and I felt so out of sorts, like I do now. Just like, ick, what's wrong with me? It's because I had gotten into the routine of going.
And your body's like craving it, like, I need that workout.
Right, and I was supposed to go this past Tuesday to restart my routine, and I forgot to set the alarm clock. I couldn't go today because I had to go to Washington, D.C. So I'll be there tomorrow. That is the goal, is to get back into the gym and get back into my routine starting tomorrow. Knowing that, because they're pulling me back into the D.C. shop again on Monday, which is one of my days. My days are usually Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday and the weekends being my rest days. I can't go Monday. So it's working it into your life, finding what works for you. For me, and this is the tip I will give to everybody, I go first thing in the morning. Literally, I wake up, roll out of bed, put on my workout clothes, brush my teeth, and go work out. By the time I finished waking up, I'm in the gym and I'm already doing it. If I wait till the end of the day, I will have talked myself out of it. Like, oh, I've got some more important stuff to do at home. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, this is dinner. I'm sure that's how a lot of people feel when they go at the end of the day.
Right. You just start thinking about, okay, I've got, when you have kids, I've got, not so much even picking up the child, because you can take the child to the daycare center at the gym, but, oh, the baby's got homework, and somebody's looking for me to do something at the house, and oh my God, I haven't done laundry in 2 days, and 3, or whatever the interval is, so I got to make sure I get home and start doing lunch. So you'll talk yourself out of it, because there's more important things to do once you get there. Gotham is about to come on. How can I be in the gym when Gotham isn't on? So all day, or my boss is annoyed the hell out of me. I can't go to the gym right now because she's annoyed me, or whatever it is. So you'll talk yourself out of it. For me, going first thing in the morning, I don't have time to talk myself out of it. So then it just became about the tricks to make sure that when I wake up, it's a transition from awake to out the door.
So tell me about the fashion line. Like, when did you decide to totally go into that?
People have been asking me for years to start, like, when am I going to start sewing for other people? I've talked about this before. I don't consider myself so much a fashion designer in that fashion designers are the people that really come up with the crazy creative stuff and without any, with a lot more, with not even so much more education, but with a little bit more training, can just take a piece of fabric and put it on somebody and have it be a dress. I sew from my commercial patterns. I know how to alter them. I know how to make things appear differently. I know how to pick fabric. So that's what I mean. So I'm more of a seamstress. I'm a home sewer. But for years, everybody's been asking me, when am I going to start sewing for other people? When am I going to capitalize on that skill? And it just became, all right, fine. Everybody, you keep asking me, fine, I'm going to do it. And that just really what just happened this year. It's like, okay, I'm tired of people asking me, so my services are available at a fee. And if you're willing to work with me, because the way I was taught and what I know how to do, everything I create fits the person that I have made it for. Commercial patterns are made for women without curves. True. And more women have curves than don't. So there are a lot of adjustments that need to be made to the pattern. So it's not even so much sitting down and the actual sewing that takes time for me. It's adjusting, making sure that the measurement's right and adjusting the patterns. That takes the time. That could be 3-4 hours, depending on how complicated the pattern is, how complicated the adjustments are.
So, was there ever a time when you resisted or where you were scared of the transitioning to a different phase in life?
All the time. All the time. If you're not afraid of it, something about it might not be quite right, is what I'm going to say. I was talking to Love the Poet one day, and I was saying something about when you host your own shows, and you're doing the production and everything, there is a 36-hour period before the show is about to go off. That somewhere in there you're going to lose it. My nerves are going to hit. And it's like, oh my God, are people, it's just like, is everybody going to show up? Is my feature going to show up? Like, just what is going to go wrong, on any particular given evening. And she said to me, she's like, that's good. She's like, if it ever stops, you need to go do something else. Because that's just part of it. It's not the nerves, is the show going to be good or bad? It's just, it's everything, like, what's going to go wrong and how badly, am I going to be able to fix it, whatever, how badly it is. But yeah, she told me if that ever stops, go do something else. So there's a little bit of fear, and fear is doubt. The fear is that moment where you're like, okay, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of somebody's going to tell me no. I have a grant application in right now that I find out about next month. The whole time I was writing the grant, it was fear, like, why am I even doing this? They're going to say no. Why am I even doing this? I pushed it, I finally put it in. I hope it comes through. Because if I can do that with that grant, it's going to be so much fun. And so epic.
So how do you overcome those fears?
Some of them I never do, but I still push through. That's the only thing I can say. There's some things I do that I will still be sitting and going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm trying to figure out the last thing that really had me like that before moving. Hosting busboys. The first time I got busboys, when I first found out about it, I've only had it 2 months now, coming into my 3rd show. And it's somebody is putting their brand in my hands. As big a brand as Busboys and Poets is, they were putting their brand in my hands. And yes, I'm a host, and yes, I've been doing this, for 2 years, and I'm a known poet, and all the things that go with it. But I'm like, oh my God, this major brand is putting their product in my hand. and telling it to do, keep making it great. So that, I think something else was going on. I had just started a new job, so that's going on. I literally had just started that job the day before, so I'm in the middle of that transition, and I'm starting busboy. So like both of my new jobs started on the same day, or like within a day of each other, and at some point that Wednesday, it finally freaked me out that, oh my God, I'm hosting Busboys and Poets tonight. And I remember the first time I ever walked onto a Busboys and Poets stage, thinking, oh my God, this is the scariest thing I've ever done, because this is a major stage. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first time I did Busboys and Poets was as a poet, open micer, was as nerve-wracking as the first time I ever took a poem to a stage, period. So to think, here I am now, 2.5 years later, I'm actually hosting Busboys and Poets. I was shaking my knees. Like I don't know how I made it through that night.
But you made it.
I made it through. It was a great show. We had an awesome time. Last month, great show, awesome time. Mm-hmm. This month, it's going to be a great show. We're going to have an awesome time. But it was just, it was just that nerve-wracking. It's like, oh my God, this is a major thing that has been handed to me. And I don't want to disappoint the people that hired me. I don't want to disappoint the crowd of people that paid to be in here. So it's that kind of thing. Heck, with Grapevine, I don't want to disappoint the people that paid to be here.
So I guess you just got to kind of keep on going.
You just push through it. That's all you can. Because depending on, no matter, sometimes what it is, you literally have to push through it and say, okay, on the other side of this, and also go through your mind, what's the worst thing that can happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? And for Busboys and Poets, that first night, as nervous as I was, nobody's going to show up with me in the future. That is literally the worst thing that can happen.
But people showed up.
Oh yeah, people showed up, but how would I handle that if nobody showed up? How would I handle if the electricity went out and everybody had to leave? These are the questions I have to ask myself. So like really, so once I handled that, I was like, okay, this is the worst thing that can happen. How would I handle it? And then keep moving forward. And just keep pushing through, because on the other end is something else. And another challenge. Whatever that is.
So what is lost my train of thought. So what's your next chapter or next transition?
I have no idea. And that's actually just as scary. Mm-hmm. That's actually just as scary as knowing what it is. Because I think if I knew what it was, I could plan for it and think it through and see all the steps. I have a couple of things I want to do show-wise. There's a show I want to do, a showcase I want to do. That's what the grant is for. Hopefully that comes through. If not, I'll figure out another way to do it. But the scariest part for me right now in this next transition, in this next phase, because now I'm ready, now that I've moved, not quite so, but now that I've moved, I can start getting ready, relaxed into it. When it comes to the poetry side of things, I don't know what's next. Mm-hmm. I had a couple of things on my vision board that I wanted to accomplish. One feature that I want to do that's out of the 2 features I had on the board. Yeah, there were 2. One of them I've done, one of them I need to do still. Busboys and Poets, I had no idea this was coming. I applied for it, but I just didn't know I was going to get it. I don't know what's next. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. Mm-hmm. So I think once I figured that out, so that's what this transition period is about, is what is next. I have a CD project I want to finish. I think I have all the poems for it. I need to check my catalog again and check my writing. I have the 2nd volume of Love Simply. I was joking with a friend of mine about it, and I said, I think I should call it Love Simply Volume 2, The Shit I Missed. Because there are poems that I thought were in Love Simply, my first book, that are not in there. They're just because like I go, oh, I'm gonna do this feature, and oh, I can just do the poem from the book, and I go, oh, it's not in here. I'm like, how did that not get in here? And there's like 2 or 3 of them that are like that. Like I have no clue how to find this. So I'm probably working on my second book.
So you just told me you had no idea what's next. And you had like this long list of
stuff.
I don't know what's next. Just these 20 things.
That's how everybody tells me. It's like, well, Sherri, well, or they tell me like, well, we keep telling you not to put more things on your list, but I have Hotel RL next month, which is I've called it Dancing in the Rain. So it'll be whatever poems I do will be kind of centered around. Yes, we have bad times, but there'll be good times coming later, and we still can have some fun with life. I was offered Automat in Frederick, which is an art festival, an art show, and I'm working with analysis, and the show or the set is going to be called Simply Analyze This.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah, it's just me and him because we were only offered a half an hour. I was only offered a half an hour, so I can't put on an open mic.
Yeah.
So we were just talking. I'm like, well, we can do this. Go to Frederick for a half an hour and do poems, and that's what it's called, Simply Analyze This. I guess him and I should probably start working on that. I go to Atlanta in June for a weekend to do the Black Poetry Cafe Poetry Fest weekend, a show I used to host years ago.
See, and you just lied to me and told me you
had no. Some of this I've already done. So some of this is already like in my mind. It's just things I've already done. Like I feel that there is something new, and if the grant comes through, and I'm able to do this showcase performance that I'm trying to put together, that would be new and different and deeper into show production and putting things together, and more of an organizing thing, because it's going to be more of an organized closed set, very organized closed set, with a theme, and I want it done a certain way. And my challenge for 2016, 2017 is to actually slam and compete at least 2 more times. I've done it so far once this year, and I actually didn't do that bad. But I really want to write the work to really see if I
Seems like so much pressure to like slam. I've never slammed before.
You bring me back to this idea that I had last year that I should probably start working on the second half of this year. Slam is just competition, and it's the pressure of being judged. What I have learned slamming in the and I've been in poetry for on and off. I took a 2-year break. I started in 2008, 2009. This is 2016. I just really slammed for the first time last year, because it's, in my mind, it's not so much about the quality of my writing. It's that, I don't write as hard-edged as a lot of the slam poets I hear.
Yeah.
I respect everything they do. I sit back in awe listening to them. So in my mind, it's because I don't write that, I can't slam. That was my barrier. In the 2 or 3 times that I've seriously slammed. And when I mean seriously, like I host a slam that's kind of, my events are just fun and relaxing. Let's have a good time. Even with poetry, even with slamming, let's have a good time. When I have slammed at other venues, so I've done that 3 times now. I do have the work. It is about anything, just making sure that you're under time limit, making sure that your work is good, making sure your performance is good and tight. And if you don't, and what you learn is that, yes, this is a tight poem, my performance could be tighter. With attending last year, I volunteered at the IWITS, which is the International Individual Role Poetry Slam, which is here in Washington, D.C. I'm going to tell everybody right now, I know finals sold out. I was there. If you missed final stage at Alex, go to Button Poetry and watch it. It was the most intense 2 hours of poetry over such a varying stream of topics.
Mm-hmm.
And the depth that these writers was in, it was just the most amazing. And I was part of this for 3 days because I was volunteering. So I had 3 days. That was the most intense week. But to be in the presence of those writers and those poets who are giving you everything they have, it pulls you out and makes you want to give more. You walk away from slam, from a very good slam competition, wanting to go home and write. Even if you're not too sure what you're going to write, you're going to want to write something. And the last time I just attended and didn't slam. Mm-hmm. I have a piece now called Graveyards. It's a relationship poem, believe it or not, with a graveyard metaphor for it. But I wrote that after slam. And it's actually, if I clean it up a little bit more, it's probably a slammable piece. Okay. It's a competition piece. So one of the things I'd been working on was a new venue. I wanted something just hit me that I need somebody to talk to.
That next transition.
Yeah, well, because because here's the thing with transitions and stuff. You talk to people, and you're talking to people about whatever else is going on. Or some people will come to me and say, okay, Sherri, I have this idea about X, Y, Z, PDQ. And they're asking me to help them through X, Y, Z, PDQ. Okay, I'm glad I could help. And they walk away. A month later, I'm sitting down with A, B, C, D, E, F. And thinking it through, trying to figure out how I'm going to make it happen. And this is what just happened to me. I've literally had somebody bringing me with their PDQ, with their stuff. And my ABC and their stuff actually kind of fits together. So maybe the two of us need to sit down and talk. But I was going to, with the closing of Warm Wednesdays last year, I wanted to bring a comfortable venue together for first timers, for people to come to, if they're nervous or they're just looking for like a first place to run poems. If they're looking for, if it's an artist, an established artist, well, I'm looking for a place just to run this new poem to see how it feels. I'm practicing for a feature, so let me just come over here and practice. Just that kind of relaxed space. And part of that was going to be like a 5th week newcomer slam. Hey, I just want to try it. No pressure. You ain't going out for slam again. You're not coming up against Black Chakra, which you want to have fun in your life. Don't want to slam against Black Chakra and Langston Hughes and Lady Brown. There's nothing better. That's what I did on my birthday.
It's like going against like 3-headed dragon right there.
Michael D. Martin, Kimberly Jackson, Girl Genius, Lady Breon, Black Chakra, Grim Jackson, Chaotic Thought, and there was somebody else in the slam. And I did it because it was my birthday, and why not? I said I was going to slam this year, so I'm going to go ahead and slam because it's my birthday, and why not? And it's the last one of the year. I know I have absolutely no. I'm not going to win this thing, so I don't have to worry about coming back for finals.
Who cares? Take a chance.
Take the chance. I'm gonna go in here and slam on my birthday, but that was the slam, and I'm going. Why am I? I'm still halfway through, going. Why am I here? But I did okay. I I talked to somebody about it later, where I placed in that slam. And I said, yeah. I said, I think if I'd had that first poem memorized, I might have done better. And he turned around and looked at me. He was like, your first poem was that good that you read it? And you came in at that rank? I'm like, yeah. I haven't memorized it. That particular poem I hadn't done off the top of my head in years. But I know it's under time. It's a slammable topic. It's about emotional abuse. And yeah, that's a slam poem. That's my slam poem. That's what I'm going to do. And I had to read it. But that was fun. He's like, you read it and you did that well? Yeah. I said, I'll see y'all next year.
Yeah, imagine next time when you're off the paper.
When I'm off, yeah, if I can get, and the sad part about it is, and it could be an age thing, or it could be because I've written so much, or it could be just I don't have the time. It's getting harder for me, just a little bit harder for me to memorize.
Mm-hmm.
And this crazy part is that that particular poem was memorized at one point. So I am able to perform it because I remember the break points in it, and I know, kind of have an idea of where the topic point is going in the next stanza. It's some of the nuance points in the middle that I'm stumbling over. So that's why I continue to read it.
So that was actually my last question.
Okay, no problem.
But would you like to, like, you have any upcoming events, anything that's coming up, website?
Yes. Okay, so my monthly event is called Heard Through the Grapevine. It is our monthly wine tasting and poetry event where we do love, sex, classy, nasty, love and erotic all night. That is Friday, May 6th. On Tuesday, May 10th, at Peace and a Cup of Joe. On the 10th of May, I have the Hotel RL, which we are calling Dancing in the Rain, which is a 15-minute closed mic set. Come on out, because who knows what kind of poems I'm going to be doing that night. The following night is Busboys and Poets with Chief the Poet out of Connecticut. Oh, yes, he is very dope. I can't wait to see him. Everything I'm doing, you can find at simplypoeticentertainment.com. Simplypoeticentertainment.com.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.